Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Mind Right Game Type Show. I'm your host, Michelle Morgan, and the reason why it's called the Mind Right Game Type, because if your mind's right, your game's tight no matter what you do in life. I'm a transformational sports coach, and I am the founder of the nonprofit Vida Soro. And so this show is dedicated to student athletes because being a student athlete myself, for me, that part that I felt like was missing was like the mental mind state piece. I know our coaches are helping us and our parents, but I feel like it's an awareness that allows us to get a little deeper that is so important. And so with that, I created the Mind Right Game Type program, which includes a book and a workbook that I wrote. But what I want to cover today is, and I'll even get a little bit of what we do in the book and the workbook, is our why. And even if you're not a student athlete, continue listening because this applies to you too. What's so great about the Mind Right Game Type program is that it doesn't just apply to sports, it can apply to any area of your life. So if you're not like, hey, I don't play sports, I don't have an interest in it, but you're interested in computers, video games, cooking, gardening, whatever it may be, the rules still apply. So you're good to go. Continue watching. We love to have you here. So the topic we're going to have today is on why. Why do I do something? A lot of times we just do things because maybe that's what we're supposed to do, that's what we're told to do, or we've already been put into a routine of that I've been doing it for so long, this is why I keep doing it, but we don't even recognize that this is why I'm still doing it because it's just been routine. With that being said, we're going to go over the topic of why. Why do you do something? So I'm actually looking through the workbook right now, the book. And I'm just going to go over one of the examples that we use in the workbook when we're talking about our why, because it seems so simple, but yet it's so impactful to know why you're actually doing something. And so here we go with the why. And for those of you that have the workbook, this is going to be found on page 12, Why Do You Play, that chapter. And so when I say like, okay, why do you play a particular sport? Okay, I play basketball. And my goal is I want to earn a basketball scholarship. That's my why. That's why I want to play. That's why I'm playing this sport. But I don't just keep you there when you answer that question. The whole goal is to get deeper and deeper as to why are you really playing this sport? Because sometimes if we just keep it on the surface, like, oh, I want to earn a basketball scholarship, maybe at the end of the day, it might seem a little bit easier for me to like, hey, I want to like just like stop or give up when something's not going my way, or maybe I'm on a team or the coach or whatever it is that's going on. It's like, I'm just not feeling it. And so it might be easy to walk away because earning a basketball scholarship, when I say that, it hasn't really played on my heartstrings. And that's not my deep motivation as to why I'm playing basketball. So after I answer, I will earn a basketball scholarship, and I ask why, my next example or my next why to that is, I love playing basketball, I want to play in college and earn a free education. Okay, but why do you want to play in college and earn a free education? I have 5 sisters, and I don't want my parents to have to worry about paying for me to go to college. Okay, but why don't you want why don't you want your parents to have to worry about paying for you to go to college? And we get it, you have 5 sisters, but why? And then I say, I want my parents to save their money and use it towards other things since opportunities exist for me to obtain a free education. And so that's really deep down. I kept layering that as to my why, and knowing that I would like for my parents to be able to invest in other things when I do have the what is it, the word that I use? I do have an opportunity to play basketball and earn a free education, and for my love of the game, and it just keeps hitting deeper and deeper on my heartstrings. So I know this is why I do it. Now, if I said like I want to earn a basketball scholarship, and then it's like why, and maybe it doesn't hit me that deep. Maybe I don't really care about my parents paying for college or not, and that doesn't really resonate with me. Everyone's story and journey is going to be different, but it's important for you to write down your why. So whatever it is, grab a piece of paper and a pen. I'm all about like putting that pen to paper, writing it down so you can actually see the vision on paper. Why do you blank? Why are you blank? You can even use this like if you're at a job. Why do I work here? You can even use this for friendships. Why am I in this friendship? You can even use this for relationships. Why am I in this relationship? I know I could definitely have utilized this exercise, especially when it came to like relationships, because I feel like I learned so much through them. But it's like really going layered and actually writing it down, because once again, sometimes we like to keep it all in our head and it kind of gets jumbled, or I forget and I'm like, what did I say? See, even you saw me in the beginning, like I had to keep going back, but it was written down. So it's just understanding like what's that why and why does it hit home to you, and always going back to what your why is. Now understanding you can come back to and do this exercise, you know, every quarter, which is every 3 months. you know, twice a year, every year, whatever that looks like for you, and to see if it still resonates as to why you're doing something. And if not, maybe you have to switch it up. You may have to go into a different direction. And then I always talk about, you know, having your circle of support there as well. People that you can count on, who can tell you the truth, who you allow yourself to be vulnerable to tell you the truth, and you're open to hearing it and receiving it as well. So that's one really big aspect of why. And I love to hear down in the comments, please let me know, why do you do what you do? Why are you working out? Why are you going to school? Why are you going towards this particular career? Why are you reading this book? Like, the examples are endless as to why, but it's so important just to kind of dig a little deeper to see, like, why are you really doing something? And maybe it also gives you an inspiration as to why you're doing it, and it reminds you, like, the great path that you're on, like you're following something that you truly believe in and that you're truly passionate about, and how great that feels to know that you keep persisting, you keep moving forward, no matter what may have challenges you may have experienced, but you're still moving forward because you know your why. Treasure yourself and shine.